So I'm sitting here with Lucky Bird, and we're enjoying a nice frosty beverage or two, and thinking about the big mess that I have to clean up before the wife gets back. And then I stopped thinking about that. I started thinking about my plane again. I took a beer can and took scissors and cut the bottom of the beer can off. And the bottom is actually pretty rigid on a beer can, even though it's very, very lightweight, thin aluminum. And I put it on some foam, some EPP 3-layer foam. This is like packing material. I have a whole bunch of this. Because that edge is sharp, I just put it on and turned it like a cookie cutter, and it easily goes down in, but it only goes down into this edge, so maybe, you know, 1/8 of an inch down in. Then I took a small punch and put a hole in the center. I used a little plastic wheel to kind of line it up first. Did one on both sides. Then I marked the outside edge with a spacer, just so it's the same all the way around. Kind of big, kind of weird looking, but hey, look at the plane they're on. So, what, you want your breakfast? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, keep it down, guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was thinking. I made about 8 sets of wheels last night. Oh, my head. Now here they are installed, and I think it actually gives it a nice look, kind of like an aggressive front end. I used a piece of music wire as an axle through the center, and nylon tubing. It's actually one inside of the other over top of the music wire, and that is lashed to my landing gear with carpet thread and CA done in a figure 8, pretty strong. The panels themselves, the landing gear themselves, are bamboo in the top and the back, and carbon fiber down the front, and those are CA'd into a groove and then taped on. And I used bamboo skewers through the fuselage, and that right there, the fuselage is solid foam, and then I just lashed it on with CA, pushed it in nice and tight, and then lashed the other side. And I also put Gorilla Glue on the fuselage, perfed some holes in the landing gear and the fuselage, and glued that on there too. It added a total of 2 ounces to the plane, including the tail draggers in the back, which are same thing. They're 2 tubes, nylon, one inside of the other, and I have it packing tape onto the back and into the spars. Should do quite well. Gives it a good look. It's very cloudy, and there are gusts of wind every once in a while. And I do believe it is going to rain pretty soon. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to test it. The only issue I may have is not being able to steer, but I think I'll hand launch and then just land with the landing gear.